Welcome, miladies of inestimable value. In the silence, I find strength. In solitude, I find myself. Sigma females live by this mantra, and when they activate their monk mode, it's not just a phase, it's a declaration of war against distractions, mediocrity, and the chaos of the world. Did you know studies show that deliberate isolation can boost productivity by up to 40%? But for Sigma females, it's not just about productivity, it's about recalibrating their minds, protecting their peace, and plotting moves that would make chess grandmasters jealous. Think of it like this. While everyone else is busy broadcasting their every move on social media, the Sigma female vanishes like a magician, leaving people wondering, what is she up to? The answer? Something extraordinary. Because when she retreats into monk mode, she's not hiding. She's rebuilding, refining, and preparing to shake the world to its core. Number 1. To navigate a spiritual awakening. Sigma females are not the type to go through life on autopilot, blindly accepting what they've been told about who they are or what they should believe. There's a depth to their existence that often pulls them toward profound questions about life, meaning, and purpose. When this inner call grows too loud to ignore, they retreat into monk mode, not as an escape, but as a sanctuary where they can navigate their spiritual awakening in peace. This isn't about following trends or adopting a cookie-cutter philosophy. For Sigma females, spirituality isn't something you buy into. It's something you experience on your own terms. Monk mode gives them the stillness to explore it authentically. Whether they're meditating, journaling, diving into ancient texts, or simply sitting with their thoughts, this period is deeply personal. It's not about adopting beliefs to fit in or joining movements to feel connected. It's about stripping away everything that doesn't resonate with their core values and finding their own truth. In a world that thrives on constant noise and shallow distractions, spiritual exploration can feel almost rebellious. Monk mode becomes their shield against interruptions, judgments, or the pressure to conform. They don't feel the need to explain their journey to anyone because it's not about validation. It's about alignment. By the time they've emerged from this phase, they've often shed outdated beliefs, deepened their connection to themselves, and discovered a sense of purpose that feels unshakably true. They walk away with a clarity that isn't tied to external metrics, but to their own inner compass. Monk mode is more than just solitude for them. It's a transformative space where they realign their soul with their actions, creating a harmony that others can't help but notice but rarely understand. Number 2, they refuse to be distracted by mediocrity. Sigma females don't waste their energy on anything that doesn't align with their goals, ambitions, or sense of purpose. Mediocrity isn't just unappealing to them, it's intolerable. They see it everywhere, in meaningless gossip, in shallow relationships, and in the endless cycle of people chasing things that don't matter. Instead of getting caught up in all of that noise, they retreat into monk mode to focus on what truly matters. It's not about arrogance or feeling superior, it's about staying true to themselves in a world that constantly tries to distract them. When mediocrity starts creeping in, they feel it like a weight pulling them down. Monk mode becomes their way of cutting loose from that heaviness. They know they can't afford to let distractions dilute their energy or waste time on things that won't take them forward. To a Sigma female, life is like a chessboard. Every move has to count. They're not interested in small wins or fleeting validation. They're after the big picture, the kind of success that lasts. Mediocrity also comes with people who think average effort is enough. Sigma females recognize this quickly and step away because they know how contagious that mindset can be. Being around people who settle for less can make anyone lose sight of their own potential, so they choose solitude over settling every time. Monk mode allows them to block out the unnecessary and sharpen their focus. It's their way of raising the bar for themselves and their future. They're not isolating because they're antisocial. They're isolating because they refuse to let mediocrity set the tone for their lives. In their world, greatness isn't optional, and monk mode is how they make sure it happens. Number 3, they are planning moves that would overwhelm the average mind. Sigma females don't move like the rest of the world, and that's exactly how they like it. While everyone else is making noise about their next big move, they're plotting in silence. Monk mode isn't just a retreat for them, it's a strategy. They're not hiding because they're scared. They're hiding because their plans are so big, so intricate, that sharing them with others would only invite unnecessary opinions, doubts, or distractions. The truth is, most people can't wrap their heads around the kind of vision Sigma females have. Their ideas often defy conventional wisdom, challenge societal norms, or require a level of discipline that makes others uncomfortable. Explaining these plans to anyone would be like trying to describe a masterpiece to someone who can only see in black and white. So instead, they go quiet, lock in, and work in the shadows until the vision becomes reality. Monk mode isn't about isolation for the sake of solitude. It's about focus. It's about creating an environment where they can think clearly, plan thoroughly, and execute without interference. They understand that announcing your intentions prematurely can dilute the energy needed to achieve them. Not everyone clapping for you is on your side, and not everyone questioning you is worth convincing. Sigma females prefer to sidestep all of that noise. When they finally emerge, the results speak for themselves. They don't need to explain how they did it because the impact is undeniable. By the time the world catches on, they've already moved on to the next phase. Monk mode is how they stay ahead, how they protect their vision, and how they ensure their moves are always 2 steps ahead of everyone else's expectations. Number 4, to master their inner chaos before it masters them. Sigma females know that the real battles in life are the ones you fight within yourself. While most people are busy projecting confidence and perfection to the world, they're laser-focused on mastering their inner chaos. Life throws curveballs, insecurities creep in, and doubts occasionally knock at the door. It's just part of being human. But Sigma females refuse to let these things control them. Instead of running from the noise in their minds, they go quiet, stepping into monk mode to confront it head-on. This isn't about wallowing in their emotions or overthinking every little thing. It's about untangling the mess, identifying patterns that no longer serve them, and rewiring their mindset to align with their goals. They understand that clarity doesn't just happen, it's earned through intentional solitude. Monk mode gives them the space to deal with what others are too afraid to face. While the world distracts itself with constant noise, they're doing the hard work of breaking free from emotional baggage. Inner chaos isn't something you can silence with quick fixes or surface-level solutions. Sigma females know this, which is why they go deep. They treat their minds like an ecosystem. If something's off, everything else will feel the ripple effects. Monk mode becomes their way of restoring balance. They come out of it sharper, stronger, and more aligned with their true selves. It's not just about self-improvement, it's about self-preservation. They refuse to let life's chaos master them because they know it will bleed into their relationships, work, and ambitions if left unchecked. Monk mode isn't a luxury for them, it's a necessity. When they re-emerge, they're not just surviving, they're thriving, ready to face the world with unshakable focus and a mindset built to conquer. Number 5, to cultivate rare skills that sets them apart. Sigma females understand that standing out requires more than just ambition. It requires mastering skills that most people overlook. While the majority of the world is distracted by endless scrolling, binge-worthy shows, or chasing trends, Sigma females retreat into monk mode to cultivate abilities that set them apart. This isn't about picking up hobbies for fun. It's about building a toolkit of expertise that makes them unstoppable. During monk mode, they dive deep into learning, not just skimming the surface. They might spend months perfecting a skill that others consider too niche or unnecessary because they see the long-term value in being exceptional at something few people can do. Whether it's learning a new language to expand their horizons or mastering a craft that gives them an edge in their career, every move they make during this time is intentional. What makes this approach so powerful is the intensity they bring to it. Sigma females don't half commit. When they decide to learn something, they immerse themselves completely, shutting out distractions and fully focusing on the task at hand. They aren't afraid to start from scratch, embrace challenges, or spend hours getting it right, because they know the payoff will be worth it. The beauty of this process is that these skills often become their secret weapon. While others are busy competing in the same crowded spaces, Sigma females are excelling in areas no one thought to explore. Monk mode isn't just about self-improvement, it's about creating a version of themselves that can't be easily replicated. When they re-emerge, they bring with them a level of competence and confidence that leaves people wondering how they managed to pull it off. The answer is simple. While everyone else was distracted, they were building something extraordinary. Number 6, they refuse to waste energy on dead ends. Sigma females are ruthless when it comes to protecting their energy, and monk mode is their ultimate weapon for clearing out anything that doesn't serve their growth. Whether it's a friendship that's become one-sided, a relationship that's draining them, or a career path that no longer feels right, they have no problem cutting ties. To them, holding on to dead ends is like dragging around dead weight. It slows them down, clouds their judgment, and takes up space that could be used for something better. They don't view these endings as failures. There's no self-pity, no melodrama, no endless overthinking. Instead, they see it as a necessary step toward leveling up. Sigma females understand that growth often requires letting go, and they refuse to cling to people or situations out of fear, comfort, or obligation. If something isn't aligned with who they're becoming, it's gone. Monk mode gives them the clarity and courage to make these tough decisions without second-guessing themselves. This approach often confuses those around them. People aren't used to someone walking away so decisively, especially without leaving room for explanations or closure. But Sigma females don't waste their energy justifying their choices. They know that not everyone will understand their journey, and they're okay with that. By the time monk mode is over, they've stripped their lives of anything that doesn't support their vision. They emerge lighter, freer, and with a laser-sharp focus on what truly matters. To outsiders, it might look harsh or even cold, but Sigma females know better. They're not cutting people or paths out of cruelty. They're doing it out of necessity. Every dead end they leave behind opens up a world of possibilities, and they're ready to pursue it unapologetically. Number 7, they see social noise as a career killer. For Sigma females, social noise is the ultimate productivity killer. They see through the illusion that constant networking and endless small talk are essential to success. Shallow conversations, empty meetings, and surface-level connections aren't just annoying, they're a threat to their ambitions. Monk mode becomes their way of hitting the mute button on all the noise, allowing them to channel their energy into things that actually matter. While others are busy trying to impress a room full of people who won't remember their names, Sigma females are behind the scenes, sharpening their skills, and crafting a future that speaks louder than any social interaction ever could. It's not that they're antisocial, they just refuse to waste their time on interactions that don't serve a purpose. To them, every moment spent in idle chatter is a moment stolen from their goals, and that's a price they're unwilling to pay. Monk mode gives them the freedom to step away from the superficial and focus entirely on building something meaningful. They'll choose a night of brainstorming new ideas or perfecting their craft over mingling at a networking event any day. It's not about arrogance or thinking they're better than others, it's about prioritizing what aligns with their vision. They understand that true success doesn't come from being seen everywhere. It comes from the work done when no one is watching. When they finally step out of monk mode, they let their results do the talking. They don't need to rely on flashy introductions or forced connections, because what they've built speaks for itself. To the Sigma female, cutting out the social fluff isn't just a preference, it's a survival strategy in a world that thrives on distraction. Number 8, to prove to themselves that they are enough. For Sigma females, monk mode isn't about showing the world anything, it's about proving something to themselves. In a society that constantly demands more validation, more achievements, more approval, they step back to remind themselves that they are enough just as they are. Monk mode becomes their sanctuary, a space where they can strip away the noise of expectations and reconnect with the core of who they are. This is where they confront the question most people avoid: Who am I without all the labels, roles, and applause? It's not an easy process. There's no audience cheering them on, no external rewards to keep them motivated. It's just them, facing their strengths, weaknesses, doubts, and potential. But that's exactly the point. Sigma females understand that true self-worth doesn't come from external sources. It's an internal foundation that needs to be nurtured in solitude. During monk mode, they reject the need to prove themselves to anyone else. They stop chasing validation, whether it's from social media likes, career milestones, or relationships. Instead, they focus on the quiet, often uncomfortable process of proving to themselves that they are whole, capable, and valuable, independent of anyone's opinion. This inner work is what gives them the unshakable confidence that sets them apart. When they emerge, they don't need external approval to feel complete. They've built an unbreakable bond with themselves, one that no criticism, rejection, or failure can touch. That's why Sigma females seem so grounded and self-assured. It's not a facade. It's the result of deliberate isolation and introspection. Monk mode isn't just a break from the world. It's a powerful reset that reminds them that their worth comes from within, no matter what the world tries to tell them. Number 9. Because loneliness is their superpower. For Sigma females, loneliness is far from a curse. It's their superpower. While the world often views solitude as something to fear or avoid, they see it as a priceless opportunity. Monk mode isn't just about being alone. It's about harnessing that alone time to unlock their full potential. It's a chance to recharge, refocus, and transform the energy of isolation into something extraordinary. When others are crumbling under the weight of loneliness, feeling isolated or disconnected, Sigma females thrive. They're not just passing time in solitude, they're actively using it to foster creativity, productivity, and deep personal healing. This isn't the kind of loneliness that gnaws at you, making you feel empty. It's a space where they can delve into their passions without interruption, tackle the projects they've been putting off, or reflect on their life's purpose without the clutter of external opinions. They know that true growth happens in these quiet moments. Monk mode becomes the perfect environment for deep introspection, allowing them to explore new ideas, challenge old beliefs, and develop new perspectives. It's in the silence that they're able to connect with themselves on a deeper level, often uncovering insights that would be impossible to access in the chaos of a busy world. Unlike many who fear the weight of solitude, Sigma females lean into it. They aren't afraid of the stillness. They embrace it because it provides them the mental and emotional space they need to thrive. It's where they find clarity, tap into their creativity, and recharge their energy for the challenges ahead. Being alone doesn't drain them. It powers them up, allowing them to approach the world with a renewed sense of purpose and strength. Number 10. They're protecting their mental bandwidth like it's gold. In a world where every phone notification, social media post, and unsolicited opinion demands attention, Sigma females know that their mental bandwidth is precious. Monk mode becomes their sanctuary, a place where they consciously filter out the distractions that steal their focus. They understand that every ounce of their mental energy must be carefully guarded because it's the fuel that powers their ambitions, creativity, and personal growth. Unlike many who are constantly pulled in a million different directions, reacting to the noise of the world, Sigma females use monk mode to create a clear, undisturbed space where they can think, plan, and reflect. This is where they have the mental room to dive deep into projects, explore new ideas, and align themselves with their true goals without being derailed by the unimportant or irrelevant. The beauty of monk mode is that it's a purposeful act of self-preservation. It's about saying no to the things and people that drain them and saying yes to the thoughts and activities that nourish their mental health and drive. Whether it's unfollowing accounts that bring negativity, avoiding mindless chatter, or simply stepping back from anything that doesn't serve their purpose, Sigma females in monk mode are fiercely protective of their mental clarity. For them, mental space is more valuable than any external validation or quick distraction. It's the foundation upon which they build everything else. And once they've carved out that clarity, nothing can stop them from accomplishing what they set out to do. In the end, Monk mode is not just a retreat for the Sigma female. It's her personal evolution. It's where she disconnects from the noise and distractions of the world to reconnect with herself, sharpen her skills, and pursue a deeper understanding of life. While others are chasing fleeting pleasures, she is quietly building something stronger, more meaningful, and entirely her own. Monk mode isn't about isolation for the sake of it. It's about purpose-driven solitude that transforms into a foundation for success, peace, and self-empowerment. For the Sigma female, being alone isn't a weakness. It's a strength. It's in these moments of silence and self-reflection that she uncovers the depth of her potential, rises above society's expectations, and steps into the future she's been working toward. When she emerges from monk mode, she does so with a clarity and strength that's unshakable, ready to take on whatever the world throws at her. She's no longer just surviving, she's thriving. And she knows that everything she's built is a result of the time she spent cultivating her true self, away from the noise. If you've found yourself inspired or intrigued by the power and purpose behind monk mode for Sigma females, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Don't miss out on more insights that dive deep into the mindset, traits, and extraordinary journeys of those who choose to live life on their own terms. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss another transformative idea or thought-provoking concept. Join a community of like-minded individuals who are ready to level up and embrace their inner strength. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning. Thanks for watching, Jules. See you in the next video. Bye for now, and stay blessed.